Happy lunch hour, gang. Okay. Yes, your vote matters. Period. Okay. This will be my 11th presidential election, going all the way back to Reagan in '84. I had turned 18 2 months before Election Day, and my first vote was for Ronald Reagan. That was in Michigan. In '88, I voted for George Bush. That was, where was I in '88? That was in Texas. In '92, the only time I have not voted for a Republican, I voted for Ross Perot. I was living in Kentucky. In '96, I voted for Bob Dole. I was living in Chicago, in Illinois. In 2000, I voted for George Bush. I was living in Indiana. In 2004, George Bush, living in Indiana. In 2008, I voted for John McCain, was living in Indiana. In 2012, I voted for Mitt Romney. I was living in Massachusetts. In 2016, I voted for Donald Trump. I was living in Utah. In 2020, I voted for Donald Trump. I was living in Tennessee. And in 2024, I voted for Donald Trump, and I'm still in Tennessee. I've lived all over the country. Red states, blue states, whole nine yards. I want everybody to remember something. And again, this goes back to, it's not going to matter. My vote doesn't count. I'm in a solid blue state. Trump's not going to win here. There's a whole hell of a lot of other people on the ballot. I mean, just here in my county in Tennessee, I had the president. I had Marsha Blackburn running for senator up against Gloria Johnson. Okay, that's pretty much an easy one. Gloria Johnson's a wackadoodle. I had a vote for my congressman, Tim Burchett. And then I also had votes on the state level at my state representative and my state senator. Those are the things. If you don't go vote, figure, Trump's got it in the bag, or, Trump's not going to win my state. There's a whole bunch of other elected officials that need your vote. Remember, we live in a constitutional republic, not a kingdom, okay? Whoever wins tomorrow is not going to be able to raise their golden scepter and say, this is the law of the land. I mean, perfect example, to use the Democrat talking point on the other side, abortion. Abortion has been kicked back to the states by the Supreme Court, not by Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, just so you know what the facts are. I apologize that I know more about what happens in our government than you do while you're sitting there in the executive branch. But so let's say abortion's an important issue to you. The president has no say, absolutely zero, over abortion. She cannot write an executive order saying abortion's legal across the country. It's not enforceable. The Supreme Court has already said states have jurisdiction, period. She signs that EO, it goes straight to SCOTUS, and SCOTUS goes just like Nancy Pelosi did with Trump's speech. Tear it in half. Sorry, can't do that. So your vote means a lot more than just who's the president. Sure, we all focus on that. We all focus on the top of the ticket. But maybe your county commissioner's on there. Maybe your town mayor is on there. Maybe you're in one of those areas that elects judges or elects the sheriff. All those people are counting on you to show up at the polls too. And remember, government starts at the bottom and works its way up. Sure, my county commissioner here has no effect whatsoever on whether or not we send money to Ukraine, for example. But my county commissioner, my sheriff, my mayor has a lot to say in whether or not my local area accepts illegals. Hey, they may want to bring them in, but they ain't coming here. Because you know what we do here? We arrest them and kick them out. Why do we do that? Because of the people that we put in at the lower levels of government. This is why it's so important. This is what people forget. It's like, oh, the only thing that I've got to worry about is voting for Trump on Tuesday. No. We talk about the economy all the time and what's going to be done, to curb inflation. The president doesn't set the budget. That would be the House of Representatives. So if you don't go vote, you don't have any say in how our money's spent. What the IRS can and cannot collect. If you don't vote in your elections, maybe you don't pick your governor if he's up this time, or she, okay? And, property taxes, well, that would be on a county level in most places. Sales taxes or gas taxes, that comes out of your state capital, not out of the federal government. This is the thing. The media, the social media has put everything tomorrow on Trump versus Kamala. That's not the only election. Let's hypothetically say she wins. Scary thought. But if she does win, but has neither house of Congress, and as usual will have a minority portion of the governorships, she's useless. She has no authority. Anything she does, Congress says no. This is why we have 3 branches of government, to keep each one in check. If you have a lunatic president, which obviously Harris would be, Congress is there to keep her in check. The Supreme Court is there to keep her in check. Let's look at another one. We want to pack the court. She wants to put 6 liberal justices on the Supreme Court. Well, every Supreme Court justice has to be approved by the Senate. And the Senate goes, nope, 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 nope. I'm sorry, your 4-year term is over. You didn't appoint any Supreme Court justices we like. So, no, sorry. Guess you're not getting 15. We'll stick with the 9 we have. This is why people need to vote. It's a lot more than just the top of the ticket. Sure, we're all hoping that the leader of the free world is actually somebody who believes in the free world, okay? But there's a lot more people that are involved. There's good news for this. I mean, we have Montana, which will flip, West Virginia, which will flip. Those are pretty much guarantees. It looks like Ohio's going to flip. And there's a good chance that both, well, it's not both, you got 3 actually, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Arizona all flip. There's a real possibility that the next Senate has 55 Republicans in it. Okay? That's huge. A 10 senator difference is huge. It doesn't make it to the point of overriding everything, but it'll get a lot of stuff done. And then, in that case, Kamala Harris is going to whip out her pen to veto everything? Well, that's the death knell of the Democrat Party. Okay. Remember this. Let's throw another one. All this election fraud we're hearing about all over the place, every state, okay? Even had one Secretary of State, I believe it was Michigan, saying that there's problems with Dominion machines all over the country. Gee, because nobody told you that 4 years ago, right? But you're seeing stories of votes flipping, the story of postmen throwing out ballots, etc. I mean, saw something like that this morning. Go to California, the poll workers will tell you, I can't look at your ID. I have to take your word for it. Hell, I could go in there and say I'm Cher, right? I don't look like Cher. I'm not Cher's age. I'm not female. And they'd have to just accept that that's who I am, right? If you want your state to mandate voter ID, for example, that's not done at a federal level. That's done at a state level. Okay? This is what people need to recognize and what people need to remember. It's not just the presidency on the ballot tomorrow. If we want to go to single-day voting, make it a federal holiday, okay, that's part and part. Make it a federal holiday, that's the federal government. If we make it single-day voting, that's by the state. So in other words, you need your elected officials at a lower level as well to be able to pass what you want to do. Vote in your best interests. Vote in the country's best interest. Vote in your state's best interest. Vote in your local best interest. Or shut up. If you don't go, you got no right to bitch about anything. Not about illegal immigration, not about the economy, not about crime, not about Ukraine, not about Israel, not about nothing. If you can't get your fat ass off the couch and go vote, shut up. Pinball out.